Did my heart set me free? That is some sort of a song in the trailer for the introduction for this TV show called Abunai Deka. It's an old Japanese police detective TV show. And you can look it up on YouTube, Abunai Deka. And yeah, there's a cheesy introduction to the TV show, and the very last thing on that clip, it was that phrase, which is weird because it's English for a Japanese show. Strange. Anyhow, what we're looking at is some leopards here, Nissan Leopards, and this three generations of leopards were around between 1980 and 1999. Is considered a mid-sized vehicle. If you're from the States, it would have been called the Infiniti M30. What we're looking at is the second generation Leopard, the F31, and that was available between 1986 and 1992, according to Wikipedia. It was only available as a luxury GT coupe, and shared the same platform as the R31 Skyline, as well as the A31 Zafiro and the C32 Nissan Laurel. So it's kind of weird that Nissan had four different cars using the same platform. This thing is supposed to have a choice of engines between 2 and 3 liters, and there were V6s, normally aspirated or turbocharged, and the most powerful one, I guess, was making around 250 horsepower. And these are rear-wheel drive vehicles only. There was also some wacky supersonic suspension where it actually had sonar underneath the front bumper, and then it actuated some sort of hydraulic actuators on the strut towers, so it could raise and lower the suspension with the reacting to the sonar. So that's pretty interesting. And also there's a switch, I guess, in the interior where the driver could change between auto, soft, medium, and hard suspension settings. So that's pretty wacky. And then the last thing I learned is that around 38,000 of these F31s were made, and then perhaps more for the Infiniti M30. Okay, so anyways, you'll notice I'm taking them off the stands, and this one says Leopard number 303, and this is Leopard number 302. These are actually new, so it's quite interesting. We'll see if the paint has held up over the years. A lot of people ask me, where did you get that? If you want to buy something, I would suggest you just type it into your web browser and find out where you can buy something. Most things that are used are off eBay, possibly Facebook, or whatever online sales outlets are in your respective countries. But then other new things, AliExpress is a good source I use all the time, but also eBay, Amazon, right? So if I don't respond to that question, it's basically because I don't feel it's necessary to respond to something where you could just search on the internet pretty much for anything, right? So I apologize for that, but I get that a lot. It's really strange. So anyways, Aoshima here, I have a couple of videos on their other cars from this Abunai Deca series, and they are quite accurate, so I literally pulled up the images I found. So this has the same license plate as this car from the TV show. It seems to have the same grille. Granted, the police light isn't on the movie shot right there, or the TV shot. So it's pretty accurate. Looks good to me, at least. Alright. And then this gold car has a slightly different grille. But again, Aoshima did a good job. The license plate is identical. All the lights seem to be in the right place. The mirrors, though, are really big. They're really giant mirrors. Look at those mirrors, side mirrors. They're really oversized, so that's a bit off. Okay, well, let's, well, I might as well show the rear view here as well. Okay, so this one has like a police antenna, it seems, right? Okay, so we're gonna start, start with this gold one here. Alright, so it's a two-tone. It looks pretty good. It's a gold metallic, and then the base is like a dark silver, like a gunmetal gray. So they're both metallics. Unfortunately, this seems to be a contaminant right there. So that's too bad. Aoshima is pretty bad with most of their collection's wheels. These are absolutely atrocious wheels. They look like something worse than Hot Wheels, worse than Matchbox. These are really, really bad. But that's okay. I just ordered a bunch of those alloy wheels you can buy online, and I'm gonna do some wheel swaps on a lot of these Aoshimas, I think, because this just isn't necessary, right? So I'm not too concerned. Okay, well, anyways, they do have a rubber tires with a pretty decent looking treads, although from the side they look like off-road tires, right? The blocks are a little too tall. No branding. It is screwed together so you can paint the interior, and hopefully that'll make my wheel swap a lot easier. So that's good. Yeah, we got some little bumps here for the wiper fluid. I don't know what this bump would be on the car. Maybe some sort of light sensor or something. Who knows? Okay, so yeah, those side mirrors from the front view are just really high up. Yeah, really big. Oh well, that's too bad. But yeah, look at the front end. It is nice. I mean, look at the headlights. It looks like there's light bulbs behind them. There's yellow, clear, a light bulb, and then the orange depth behind it. So that's great. This grille is really nice too. You can see the texture is painted, but the little V is a different color. And then the license plate is great. Just some orange paint for the blinkers, but it's fine. A little black paint in the little vents underneath there. So that seems alright. Back end, yeah, looks good. You know, thick translucent lights here. And you can see it looks like a little bit of orange on the bottom. On this bottom segment. Alright. Just blanked off exhaust tips, but they're pretty small. So I guess you can't expect them to be hollow. And then it's nice to have this little antenna. It's a little piece of plastic. If I drop this thing's a goner, so I gotta be really careful. Okay. So yeah, this side, I don't see any problems here either. So really, the paint is quite nice. I don't see any paint rash. The reflection is really smooth. There's no orange peel. So yeah, this is great. I don't know when this series came out. I was too lazy to search it out. But I'm sure this is an old model. It's gotta be at least 5 years old. Maybe 10, possibly more. I don't know. If anyone knows, please leave a comment. So yeah, Aoshima interiors are just black plastic, so that is too bad. There is molded details, very similar to a Kyosho. Molded details, you just can't see much of it. Okay. And then the windows have some silver paint around for the window molding, so that seems alright. Okay, let's put that one down. Not too much. Oh, well, there is something different. There's a moonroof on this one. And the light is on the other side. So, there, we can actually see a little bit more of this interior. But unfortunately, now I'm kind of seeing a little bit of paint bubbling right there. Alright. Yeah, these wheels, not very good. I didn't mention the door handle. It's alright. Seems like it would be a flush door handle. It is on the real car. Alright, two-tone effect as well. This time we got a silver. It's still the same dark gunmetal, but then the top is not metallic. It's just a really dark blue, I think. I don't think it's black. Because you can see, well, hopefully you can tell. Well, maybe you can't, but I see the black of the tire. And this just doesn't seem like it's black. It seems like a dark blue to me. Okay. Rear end. So yeah, I can see now this time around a little white and orange and then red. Okay, license plate again looks good. Maybe a bump for a key lock or something, a lock mechanism. And then the exhaust tips there. Sorry, trying to focus there. Unfortunately, this taillight's a little crooked. You know, it's not horizontal like that one. This side, it's not bad. I'm not sure what that. Oh, that's just some dust. All right. Uh-oh, is this a chip? Seems like to be a little paint chip or something there. So that's too bad. And then also there seems to be a gouge in the casting there before it was painted. Okay. So these lights, again, they're nice. They're different from the other ones. You can see two lamps back there. The orange of the turn signal, the These orange turn signals are on the bumper up higher. Still some black down here. Yeah, look at that little detail there. Molded tires screwed together. Yeah, it's a pretty nice roller. That tire's a little messed, but gotta be careful of that. Oh, you know what? This is actually a little bit soft. I think if he still dropped it, it would break, but it's not super rigid. Okay. So yeah, that's pretty nice. This sunroof really helps you see the interior, right? So there's actually some differences I'm noticing. I think I'm gonna have to get a different angle here to show both cars better. Alright, let's start with the front view. You know what? Let me get the tray of comparison. One of these things out. Just had to get a deeper tray. My first tray, the cars would roll off too easily. Alright, so look at the turn signals are in a totally different location. The vents under and the bottom half of the bumper are totally different. I guess it's just a totally different bumper and totally different grille. And the headlights are a little bit different, you know, with the color there. So that's interesting. I do think the hoods are the same, or maybe this is more pronounced though. I don't know if this, no, it is different. Yeah, because this has 3 dots. This only has 2 dots, right? And you know, it's not pronounced here. It kind of fades away. So I think this is a totally different casting. It has to be because the length of the cars are different, right? This dark color car is actually a longer vehicle. Huh. Well, that's quite interesting. What about the mirrors? The mirrors on this car look normal. This not normal. Okay. What about the rear view? Yeah, I think the bumpers, well, I can't tell if the bumpers are different. Oh, they are. There's a recess here for the license plate on this bumper, whereas this license plate, it doesn't have a recess. It's just a straight across bumper, so that's definitely different. The exhausts are a little bit different. This is like a rounded muffler. This is like a squarer muffler. Huh. So, and then the rear interior, that's totally different. Let's see about the dashboards. Yeah, the dashboards are totally different as well. Like this one's curved in here, whereas this one's straight across. So these are 2 totally, completely different castings. I just thought that maybe the front end was different. But it turns out this is a totally different car, which is weird. So I don't know what the deal is. I don't like. I mean, they're both listed on the base plates as F31 Leopards, right? So here are the base plates. Even the kanji text is identical. Only the number is different. So like, why are the castings so different? That is a mystery. Perhaps maybe they did more than one wave of Abunai Deca cars. Maybe they did 2 or 3 different releases. And like one of these is older than the other. I don't know. This is quite a mystery. Right, the bottoms are different as well. Only the tires are identical. Huh. Well, hopefully there's some people in Japan that can understand what I'm saying. And maybe they can chime in, because I don't think anyone in the Western world has ever really seen or heard of Abunai Deca. I only learned about it through collecting diecast cars. So speaking of which, I do have a few other Abunai Deca cars. This is an R31 Skyline. Sadly, again, the wheels are pretty lame, but everything else is really cool. Like the paint again, you know, and the paint again on this one. It's a little orange peely, but I didn't see any contaminants. Oh, but there was that little bit of paint bubbling there. So this one's great. This one's still pretty good. But the Skyline, I don't recall any major paint problems. So Aoshima is really good with their paints. They seem to be the best brand actually for old models with their paint quality. But this one has these crazy taillights. They look like they're lit up. They look like they're illuminated. I don't understand where that light is coming from, but is clearly weird. It's a possessed diecast car. And then here's a Safiro. So again, lame wheels. I guess these might be the best of the four, but still pretty lame. And then again, this. What about this paint? I can't remember. I've done videos on these other two cars, but I can't remember yesterday, never mind when I did these videos. So you'll have to search it out, but it looks to me like the paint is pretty much flawless on this one. So anyways, these are all supposed to be sharing the same chassis, and it looks like they do because they all look pretty similar in their proportions. Right? I mean, this is slightly longer, I guess. Let me get a better line up here. Fact. So this is the standout. It's definitely significantly longer. Alright, so I don't know. Interesting. Minor differences. But general width seems fairly similar. Just difference in length. Maybe the bumpers are adding that length or something. Not really sure. But anyhow, okay, so I got four different Abunai Decas, but there's still several others. There's a Nissan Gloria. And I feel like there's another one. I talked about it, I think, in this video. I actually showed a picture of the collection, but now I'm starting to think there might be two different collections. I could be wrong. Who knows? Hopefully, again, someone can leave a comment. Alright, well, anyways, I appreciate you guys watching. It's kind of interesting to find these mysteries of diecast. There's a lot of nebulous things that we don't know about, especially when they come from a foreign market and you don't understand their language. Alright guys, well thanks for watching. See you around.